morning was pretty chill, nothing intense. You know, same old. So who's going next? I'm picking a random. Okay, Maureen. Yeah, great. Yeah.
Good morning, all.
Hi, good morning, Maureen.
My weekend was busy and fun altogether. Saturday morning, I had to go to work, and then I even navigated the Hashnote a bit because the Hashnote is first attempt at doing a blog. So after favors, proofreading of my article. Then on Sunday, we went to do RSVP for one of my colleagues. She did self-education, so it was a fun time with my colleague. So Monday was back to work for me. So all in all, it was not a bad weekend. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. All right, one more person, and then come Zira. One more person. Who wants to go next?
Okay, so how about I spice this up as the only guy who probably might speak? Good morning, everyone. I am blessed to be among. Okay, my weekend was quite well. The nature of a digital media consultant is one that you practically work round the clock. Depending on the nature of the service you provide. So, so my rest is like I'm working. Even when you're resting, you're researching something. So that's how it is for me. So that's how it's always been. So I trying to tidy up clients, project sites, and the rest of it, and the likes of it. So that's how my weekend went. And funny enough, I'm still working now, and I'm on this call. Okay, so thank you.
All right. So that's good. I hope we're all ready for the new week. I mean, this week is going to be packed, right? So I hope we're all ready for it, one way or the other. Like we're making up our mind on, getting our tasks done and and all that stuff, right? So last week, please, what did you do last week? Last week Friday, what did you do? Can someone just give us a brief recap on what we did last week? Or the guys who were not here, like Dorcas wasn't here. Can someone just give us a brief recap? Then we plunge into what we have for today. So remember, it's a safe space, right? I'm not marking anybody. There's no. I don't give a penny. Miro said this, and Chidima said the other one. So it's 0.5 over 100. Just feel free, right? Just feel free and share. Yeah. So anybody, just in less than 2 minutes, what we did on Friday. Should I pick a random? Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can hear you now.
Sorry, my network is breaking. So last week Friday we started. I'll say we had more of a Q&A session, like more of a question and answer session. It was more of a live, physical workshop. So we joined. I was part of the virtual students, so we joined virtually, and I got to see for the physical students. So we got asking questions that we found confusing, and we were giving answers. We got to also meet some of the people involved in the program, some of the other team members, and so we also started something with Notion. Yeah, we started something with Notion, and Sophia told us that this week we're going to complete it. She introduced us on how to open our accounts with Notion. So she said to improve completely. And she also told us to look out for some other things. I guess that's just like the one.
All right, Chisom, thank you so much. So for being such a wonderful sports person. I'm going to leave your name in the Discord. I think my name is so weird. I'm thinking what my name is on Discord. I think my name is Kosi on Discord. KHOCEE on Discord.
Thank you.
Text me and then pick it up.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, so we're kicking off. Is Joshua here? Joshua, are you here?
Yeah, Coco, I am here.
All right, so Joshua would be walking us through Miro, right? How to use Miro, and then it's going to be basically telling us what Miro is and how we can get started on that. So, Josh, you have the stage.
All right, thank you very much, Coco, for that warm reception. Okay, good. Okay, still morning. Good morning, everybody. I saw somebody said good morning, Tech Adas, and that's nice. Good morning, Tech Adas. I think that's a good name. It simply means first daughters of tech. Wow. Okay, good morning. Can I get a response? Okay, I can see you guys. Okay. All right. So I have less than 10 minutes to run you guys through Miro. All right. So Miro is a great digital whiteboard app that allows us to run workshops remotely, collaborate remotely, ideas, and then it has everything you would need to actually do that, especially as creators, as techies, because the truth is, as techies, we do lots of collaborations and So as anybody ever used anything like that? So I think Miro is almost similar to FeedJam. I can't remember which one came out first, but I know that one got the idea from the other. So has anybody ever used anything like that? You used FeedJam or Miro before? Can I quickly? Yeah. Okay, please don't mind my accent, alright? I'm a Lagos boy, so I have that out factor too. Okay, so I mean Miro, yeah. Okay, you've used Gift said she has used FeedJam. Okay, so in the next few seconds, I'm going to share my screen and then FeedJam. Good. So we're just going to quickly walk us through okay. Going to walk us through the basic things that we need to know to get started collaborating on Miro. All right. So I'm just going to share my screen now. So please, can you guys share my see my screen? Please, can you let me know here?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. All right. So we are on the. Okay. You know what I will do? Okay. Actually, you can actually use Miro without having an account, without having to create an account. That's if somebody shared you the link. But for the sake, for the fact that a lot of people are like total beginners, so let's just try as much as we can and just create. Let's start from the very first thing you do is just go to Google and type Miro, and then this is it. So it's a team collaboration software, as you can see. So ideally, it came out like this because I already had an account. So, but if you do not, so you guys know the normal procedure. It's just going to tell you to create an account, or is either you sign in or sign up with your Google account, or you could just input your name, your Gmail, and I think password, and I think basically that's all that you need. to get started. So is that process clear? At least we all know how to get signed up to any digital product, right? Please, can I get responses?
Yes.
All right, thank you. All right, so the first, this is how the interface is. Don't it's nothing complicated. All right. So when you're working on digital products, when you're collaborating, there are a lot of things that you could collaborate on. You could want to do brain writing, could want to do mind mapping and a couple of other things. All right, but let's just get started. So the first thing is to create a new board. That's assuming it's your first time using it. So you create a new board. So it's very simple and easy, very, very simple and easy to use. So when you click on create a new board, just like some other applications, it has templates that you can use, that you can use for your project. So you don't have to start creating these things from scratch. That's if you know exactly what you want to do. So let's say this is mind mapping, this is flowcharts, concept map. Don't worry, all of these things are things that you get to understand better when you start in the course of this project, right? So there are a lot of things that you can collaborate on. So let's just use sitemap for instance. So let's say you and your team wants to do site mapping, all right? So you could just go to the template that is already provided. So you have a preview of what it looks like. So this is like a tree diagram or something. So you can either decide to use a pre-filled text. That means that it comes out like this. There are already text on it. So all you just have to do is just edit the text. That's like home. You already have it the way it is like this because this is a preview. It just tells you how it's going to look like when you open it. Or you use a blank template. So this is the blank template, and this is what it looks like. All right. I know that this can be overwhelming for starters, so we're just going to delete that. All right. So in the course of the project, you get to understand how all of those work. So this is just the beginner stuff. All right. So now these are several tools that you would be working with. I think I would just highlight the basic, which I think are 5. But then this is when you hover around all these icons that you see here. If you want to know what they stand for, maybe you don't really understand what the shape and what the icon is all about, so you just place your mouse on top of it, just hover around it, and then it gives you an explainer. So this is to select. This is templates if you want to choose from templates. So the select button is what you use to move around. So at the end of the day, when you click on anything, if you want to drop it, you just click on this first one. So this is like every other application where you can, this is like your move tool sort of. All right. So this is your text tool. You write with it. So when you click on the text tool, you can increase the size. All right. You can change the font. Please, is anybody following along?
Yes.
Okay. Is anybody okay? All right. So you could increase the text, change your font style, increase the size, all of those normal basic formattings for text. Oh yeah, you can change the color of the text, right? So I think that is clear. Then you could choose from template, like I said. All right, now these are sticky notes. I think this is one of the things that you'll be using quite often, sticky notes. All right. So for these sticky notes, just like regular, you could change the color. So let's say you guys are working in a team. You could say, okay, Mr. A, you use green color. Mr. B, use yellow color, so that anything that is on green color, we know this is a comment from you or this is your own input or something, depending on how you guys want to do that. So you can change the color, and then all you just need to do is type, and that's all. You click out. So let's say you want to edit what you wrote on it before, you just have to double click, that's all, and then you type again. So it's very, very, very simple to use, right? So you can edit. So I think these things are just basic. You can move it around. Now you can zoom. Let's say this was how it was. Okay. So let's do this. Right. So we increase that. So we can actually zoom out. Let's say you have it like this, so you can't really see fully what you have. If to zoom out, to unzoom or zoom out. So if you're using your laptop and you're not using mouse, so what you can just do is just pinch on the trackpad. But if you're using a mouse, you just use your mouse wheel to scroll up or scroll down. Is anybody lost?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can as well to duplicate this your sticky notes. All you have to do is click on Alt and drag. Click on Alt and drag. Click on Alt and drag, and then you have it duplicated. All right. So you could. So moving on. You have shapes. You could decide to use shapes. You decide to, different shapes is all on you. So this shape is in stroke. You could decide to make the stroke heavier. You could decide to make it. So it's just very, very basic. Now you have lines to draw lines. You have arrows. Maybe you want to use these arrows as a connector. So that's that on arrows. Just very, very basic. You could even draw. You could draw on your. Although a lot of these things are things that at the end of the day you might, end up not really using. Then these are for frames. This is frame. Let's say you guys are brainstorming on an app, and then you just want to do like a demo, like a sketch of what it should look like. So you can click on the frame, right? And then you can do all of your drawings. Let's say you could see this is here, a box here. So that sort of thing. So you can actually change that. You could decide you want to use different frames, A4 size, letter size, so different frames. Basically, this is just to help you to be able to navigate around the app. Then you can actually upload stuff from your device. Maybe let's say you want to include screenshots, different things. So the option here is you want to, bring in import stuff from your device. There are links, saved files. So these are just different options. So let's take for instance, I want to. So let's take for instance, I want to bring in this design here. So let's say you guys are collaborating and there is a need to import maybe a design or a file or whatever. So that's how to do that. So just delete this. All right, so now to the right and to the top right corner, now there are some features that you cannot use unless you upgrade, all right? Unless you upgrade, or that's why I said that a lot of things that you might actually not need them. Is anybody saying anything? Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read up. The meeting is definitely. Oh, okay. Please, is anybody lost? Am I running too fast? Is anything unclear? Can I get responses? Can somebody like unmute and answer me, please?
Yeah, it's clear so far.
All right, okay. Because I was seeing so many messages on the. All right, so this timer now you cannot use it unless you upgrade, and this is the upgrade option. So it's $8 per month as a team. So these are just the various options. You can read that up later, but I don't think that concerns you. Even the voting, right? You have to upgrade. Yeah, I think this also concerns voting as well. All right. So very quickly, let me just recap the basic things that I want you guys to just know about. Just okay. So very quickly, just the basic things that you really might be needing, right, is how to pan around. So you know what it means to pan around, like over, because when you guys start collaborating, this what you're seeing here looks very easy, very very small. But when you're collaborating, you might have Mr. A, Mr. B, C, and D, doing different stuffs. So you might need to like see what the next person did. So to pan around, if you're using a trackpad of your laptop. So all you just have to do is just scroll vertically or horizontally. But if you're using a mouse, so what you just need to do is hold the space bar, and then you will see like this five, like your palm sort of thing, come out, and then you can use that to. You can also on Zoom, to get the exact thing that you're looking for. And remember that to zoom out and in, you just need to scroll up or scroll down. Right? So what you'll be needing basically, I think, as a beginner is just the sticky notes. So just know you can change your colors and then write text on it and all of that. And then how to edit. I think we have talked about how to edit the sticky notes. Yeah, so if you want to edit what you already have here, so you could just, I'll click out. So you just double click on it. That's all. You click out, click on it. Let's say you want to write Kosi. Kosi is a very good thing. She just gifted someone 1 a time. Right? So I think so basically that's it. Then you can as well move things around and move this here, move this here, move this here, move this there, and that's it. Then the last thing, which I think is the most important for now, is raising your hands. Let's say during a okay, let me put it this way. So since this stuffs and this timer and voting options are for those that have to upgrade. So there's another way you guys can do it as a team. So you could use the reactions. So you could say everybody should react. Let's say for instance, okay, let me write something else. Joshua 2 is the good guy. All right, so let's say we have these two ideas, because at the end of the day, when you're collaborating, we are paying attention to as much quantity of ideas as possible. So we now say, okay, between Kosi and Joshua, who is better? So the team can say react, so you could just react on this, or click on this and react. Or better still, better still, what you guys can do when you guys are meeting is that you can raise your hands. Let's say you have something else that you want to, say when someone else is talking or moderating. You just raise your hands and then you'll be allowed to talk. So I think these are the most important things as well that you guys need to pay attention to. So I think this is not like to just tell you the full scope of Miro. This is just to give you like a focal direction. And as techies, you don't expect that you taught everything. One of the things that makes us peculiar people is that once we are able to get that our curiosity triggered, we do the learning by ourselves. So I could drop a link. I don't know if that's fine with Kosi. I could drop a link with Kosi on, or I think I saw somebody drop a link. Henry, please, what don't you understand? Don't you understand with what I'm teaching? Can you unmute your mic and, oh God, Jesus Christ, I think I'm out of time. All right, please, guys, I have to go. I'm so sorry. I'm out of time. But please, I'll just drop a link with Kosi, and Kosi can drop the link, and then you guys can just learn more how to use the Miro app. Thank you so much for your time. I've been warned. So you guys should enjoy the rest of your session.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Thank you, Josh. I'm looking at the comment. You guys should try and pay attention. If you're just joining, you can ask your questions politely, right? And then this meeting is being recorded, so we'll get the recordings like usual at the end of the office hours. So don't fret. If you don't get anything, you would still watch the recordings and follow through. All right. So we'll be moving into Fig Jam right about now, and Dimma would be taking us on that. So Fig Jam is also a collaborative tool, and it's a subsidiary, if I'm allowed to use that word, of Figma, right? And it's the functionality is a bit similar to Miro, but Dimma would be giving us a full scope of that, right? So please, guys, pay attention. Forget about chatting in the comments unless you have questions, and just pay attention to what the facilitator is doing. All right, Dim, are you here? Can you guys hear me? So sorry about that. So sorry. So I'll be taking you guys on Fig Jam. So Fig Jam is like, we all know what Figma is. So it's like call it a sub collaborative tool under Figma. Because Figma, why I love Figma so much, I don't know about any other software, is because Figma makes it very easy for their users they give their users good user experience. Because as a designer, in order for me to create, don't worry, I'll share my screen. I just want to explain a few things. So as a designer, I would want to create maybe like an information architecture or user story or story mapping or experience map. All these things, don't worry, this is for the product designers. When you continue your classes, eventually you understand what a journey map is, what an information architecture is, and all of that. So I'll be sharing my screen now. It's almost before I go on, Fig Jam is almost like the same thing as Miro. But I feel like Fig Jam is easier to use than Miro. But if you feel like you can use Miro, like you're very good in Miro, you can try it out too, because there are some features that Miro has that Fig Jam doesn't. So you can also try that out. Let me share my screen. So guys, just hold on. Can you see my screen now, please? Can I get like a comment? Can I get like a yes in the comment section? Okay, Figma is a collaborative tool. I'm answering Maureen. Figma is a collaborative tool which brings developers and designers together, but it's mainly for designs. You get. Also, the front end and back end guys can go to it and look at the design and maybe prepare like an API or code the whole design for the designer. It's more like a collaborative tool for designers and developers. You can read that. You can read that up. So let me move. Let me move on. So, so on Figma, before you start on FigJam, you need to create. This is for the product designers too, and also as a developer too, you need to have a Figma account in case you want to code and maybe see what the designer has done. You get. So you need to own a Figma account to access FigJam. So I'm going to create a FigJam file to show you how to go about it. Just give me. That's going on network. Someone should unmute and let me know if they can still hear me. So I know I'm not talking to myself. Okay, thank you. So alright. Just like what Josh said, sorry, why wait for me network? Okay, back. So just like what Josh said, this is how FigJam is. Like on FigJam, you can brainstorm, you can create agenda, you can create a flowchart. You get. You can also on FigJam here, you can also like this is here. This is like a note where you can maybe drop notes. Like you can collaborate with your team to because eventually you guys be working in teams. Okay. So this is where you share your file. Maybe you want to add maybe someone to the FigJam file, you can just put their mail here. Then whoever created the file, anybody can add anybody to the file. So you can just add the mail. Then maybe you can, if you want the person to view, fine. If you want the person to edit, you can give that person. Someone's mic is on. Please, can you mute? Thank you. So sorry about that. So where you can also you can add either anybody you team to the FigJam file, and you can give the person the access to either view or edit. Then also you can also like drop comments. You can give feedback, or maybe if you say something that one of your team member dropped something and maybe you don't want to change it, but you want to know the person's thought process towards, they can just drop a comment and be like, just drop a comment, add a comment, tag that person, maybe if it's at to show you how many people you have collaborated. So if you have collaborated with a lot of people, or maybe you have collaborated with your teammates, you can just add this person and ask your question. So whenever that person comes on Figma, the person will see that notification and just go straight to FigJam and answer your question. So that is that. Also here, you get to add emojis, pull stamp, start a chat, or give an high five. So on Figma, they created this FigJam because when collaborating now, you guys, getting as much as you guys are serious, you guys need to like vibe. Because like, to me, I feel like play, work, and all of that. So don't be like over. Can you guys hear me? So I'm not speaking to myself. Please.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Yes,
If you have questions, just drop your questions. When I'm done, I'll answer your questions. Just listen. So, FigJam makes it very, very easier for you to like collaborate, like give high fives. Like you can just go and look for somebody who wants to give high fives and give the person high five in your team. Maybe if you like something the person did, or you want to like say, oh, nice work, and you just give the person. I wish there was some other person in this file so I can show you how this thing works. You guys will love it, I'm telling you. Then also, don't worry, I'll show you guys how this works later on. So this, you can also add a timer, because when brainstorming and when working, because there's something called design sprints. Eventually, guys, product designers and developers, you guys will work on this together. So you will know what a sprint, a design sprint is. A design sprint is more like um, a short, it's, I don't know, it's like a short, let's call it a sprint, like a short period of time where you bring out, where you design and develop a working software within a short period of time. So instead of doing the whole long process during your design, maybe going through defining and all of that, design sprint just makes it very, very easier for the dev and design team to just come up with amazing ideas under a short period of time. So for some cases like storyboarding and all of that, if you guys want to time wherever the person is going to be, either the fast for the tip because not or the decider. Maybe you guys have like 5 minutes each and you want to time it. It will appear on everybody's screen while working. So the decider can just come in and put plus 1 minute, plus 2 minutes, or you want to create new timer, or you want to pause it, end the timer, you can end the timer. If you want it to talk, it's going to talk. It wants like because once the time is up, it will just tell you time up and start counting down. You get it's really you see, it's showing who set it, set by Chidima Samson. You get to see all of that. You can minimize it and you see it here too. Then you can also pause it and stop if you don't want to anymore. Here you can also zoom in, and zoom out. You guys can see my screen, right? One person should just unmute.
Yes, we can see it.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So, you can zoom and unzoom. Yeah. So also, let me hide this. So here too, this two here is for you to select and move things from one place to another. Just move one thing to the other. So also, how this thing works. If you see on this little clipboard I have here, I don't know what's wrong. You see my name here, right? So if I want to remove my name, I don't want anybody to know who work. Maybe if you guys as a team, you know there's some teams that obviously don't worry when you guys are now in the team. You see that in some teams, some people won't work. Some people will just be there and be looking at what other people are doing. So Figma made it in a way that if you do something, like if you like want to write maybe a user storyboard or something, you just show the person that did it. But for the smart ones now, that maybe want to save their team, maybe ask, you say everybody worked on this, you get, you can just come here and remove it. You see, my name is no longer showing there again. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So you can just add it back if you want to remove it. You can also increase the text if you want to increase the text in the notes you have. Make it very big. So back to normal. So you can add bullet points if you want to add bullet points. Also, Figma also gave you, let me copy something, let me show you something. So now I have a link I want to paste on Figma, and I want okay. So this is the link. So I want maybe I want to paste. I created a new Figma link, not a FigJam link now, a Figma file, and I want instead of me adding them to, if I want everybody to see it, I don't want to stress myself. I will just come here, paste the link, then make it a link here. So whoever comes here will just click on it and take them. It redirects them to the file. You get anything can work here, even if it's a Google search system. Just paste it. Do you guys get what I'm explaining? I want to be sure that you guys understand what I'm saying. Just guys, I can see it.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So you can also like create link here, copy a text and turn it to a link. Also, you can also like line it, add a line to the text. You can also like make it bold and all of that. You can also change the color and change the color to anything you want to, and change it using this. Let's change it. All of that. So that's that for this. So also here you get, this is the hand tool. The hand tool just allow you to go around the file without moving anything. Are you seeing? Also, this is the pencil tool. You can just like draw anything. If you want to sketch, there are people that are very good with sketching. So
Storyboard. For storyboard, at some point in the design, for the designers, you sketch. Even if you don't know how to draw, don't stress yourself. You can just sketch like a stick man. Just sketch like a stick man at you, but just make it very fine. It should not be as ugly as mine. Then you can maybe highlight. If you want to highlight something, you can do that. If you want to like tape something, maybe you want to draw someone's attention to something, you just like tape this one and say, oh, look at it. So this like stuff, just like it will draw people's attention to what you have. Then this is the eraser. I can just erase everything. And this is if you want to make the pencil any color you want to make it, and all of that. So that's that for this. So this is if you want to add shapes to the so why creating an information architecture? Back to what I was saying. So I know now you would say most times when you see an information, Jesus Christ, sorry, excuse me. When you see an information architecture, it's always in a square shape. So you can just call me and just change the shape you have. You can change it to anything, any shape you want it, any shape how you want it to be. If you want it to be in a rectangle or a cylinder shape, just like that. And also for a hand, you see this arrow here, it's for you to connect um, shapes together. Or what I've seen an information architecture, because I'm really finding it very difficult to explain this because I'm explaining something you guys have not done before, but I just want to show you guys how this thing works. Has anybody seen what an information architecture is? Okay, I'll zoom. Sorry. Sorry. Someone should answer me. You guys should answer me, please. This is an interactive class. Okay. So, nobody. So let me have to share my screen to show you guys what an information architecture is. So hold on. So yeah, this is an example of what I'm showing you guys. So this is how it looks like. You see how this thing is. So it can come in any design you want it to. If you want it to be in block shapes, fine. If you want to make it, just make it very, very neat and show your flow. So you can read up on what information architecture is on your own time. You get. So that's that for this. Then you can also, this is how you add sticky notes. You can add sticky notes, and you can also connect those sticky notes to each other. You can also adjust the arrow any way you want it to come like this. You can adjust it and all of that. So this is the text tool for you to add text. And this is the arrow tool. So now maybe if let me just show you something. I maybe like drop the shape. I dropped something like this now, and I want to connect it. I'll just come here, bring out the arrow. Can you guys see that? That's how this thing works. If I want the arrow to be straight, I can just pick how I want the arrow to look like. I can also make it a line. If I want it to look like this, I can do that. If I want to add the text too, I can add the text in between the arrow and all of that. So this is like this to make it big. So this is it. So this is the section 2 where you can section things. Section 1, maybe if you want to. With time, you understand all these things I'm saying because I just want to show you how this tool works. So when maybe you're doing storyboarding or journey mapping or experience map, you get to know, you already know the basics of,
this one is for move, this one is the hand tool. So you know that and scatter what your team has done and all of that. So this is it. This is the section two. Then you can just change this section two because there's some things you'll be doing and you'll be like dividing them in sections and all of that. If you don't want anybody to see it, fine. Want people to see it, people can see it. So this is a stamp tab where you can add like, so I created my own stamp where I can just go and just drop my face. So for that design sprint, there's something called voting. So while working with your team, you guys will want to vote. So if I am the decider and this is my picture, I know this is Chidima's picture or this is Kosi's picture, and Kosi voted here. So if I come to the file next time, I don't need anybody to tell me, Kosi has voted here. Do you get? I can also change it. I can also use thumbs down. I can also use thumbs up. I can also use love or any other thing I want to use. Or if I want to give it a +1, because there's something in design sprint, you guys will be voting for the best ideas or the best features you feel is going to work. So this is what they use for +1. You can just this idea is the best. You can just add +1 to the idea and all of that. So this is where you get your stickers, your templates, just like the way Figma works. If you want to get like stickers, icons, plugins, templates, and any of that, this is where you get it. So let me go back and say I'm done, guys. Let me see if there are questions going. Exactly. Thank you, Tamara. Thank you so much, Tamara. You're correct. So thank you guys for having me. And read up on this. Do your own research. So whenever your classes start, you won't be lost. You'll be ahead because there'll be leaderboards to like track your progress and all of that. Thank you.
I have a
Thank you
Thank you so much, Lima.
Right. And because of time, we'll take that later. Right. So if you have a question or if you have questions, because of time, we'll take that later. Please just drop your questions on the Discord channel, right? And then tag the facilitators, right? People that like Dima that handled Fig Jam and Josh that handled Miro. So all the questions you have, please type and then tag them and then they will get to you, right? Please remember that this is just an hour class and we don't have so much time to get into details, right? So please, that's why it's short. This is like an introductory sessions. Then you can go back and do more studying on your own, right? And ask questions where need be. Right, attendance form. You're going to get that. Okay, is Ifoma here? Right, so I'm sorry guys, we're going to be stopping at 12:05 on the dot because we started 12:05, right? For the last part of this session, we're going to be having Ifoma take course on Notion. Right, she's going to continue from where we stopped last week on Notion, 12:05, and we are out of this place. All right, Ifoma.
Hi everyone, good morning. My name is Ihoma Favor. Please let me know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Good morning, everyone. It's your able IT support person. I know, I've gotten very familiar with the name. I'll be taking the Notion workshop today. Just spoke about Miro and Chidima spoke about Fig Jam. Notion is, they'll say Jira is for engineers, Figma is for the designers, and Notion is for product managers. Let me just use it like that. Notion is an organizational tool that helps users to reschedule tasks, manage files, save documents, set reminders, keep agendas, and organize their work. Every of these tools that we've learned today does almost the same thing. The difference is what are you comfortable with doing? Like when I want to do wireframe, I would prefer to use Miro because I just want to see how the skeletal view of it is. And when I want to really put my thoughts out there, I prefer to use Notion. So for you, what works for you? I think that's how it works. In getting started, let me start sharing my screen. Sorry, I have not started since.
Yes. We can.
Okay, so to get, I don't know, on Friday my network was on and off, so I don't know how far Sophia went. So if you already have Notion in your system, that's fine. If you do not, just download Notion. Go to Google and download Notion. If you're using a Mac, you can take the one for Mac or for Windows, whatever system, or you're using a Linux operating system. So whatever one you're using, you could just get it downloaded and I think start from that. I already have mine downloaded. So enter your email address, or you can continue with your Google account if you have that saved. If not, let's just do this. Oh, I think they might have to send me a message on my mail, or I don't have my phone here. My phone is inside. Let me just use another one that I have signed up already. Okay, so when you sign in, after installation, when you sign in, you get this. You get this. You get this. After you sign in, you get this. Sorry, I had something to. Okay, so you get this. To start, remember you're trying to put your thoughts in, you're trying to put your thoughts out there. You're trying to organize your day. You wake up as a techie. You just don't wake up and start pressing your phone. You should have your day organized, even though you're just learning. What do I want to do from 8 to 9? What do I want to do from 9 to 10? One of the information Sophia posted that is that after every 5 minutes, try to look away from your screen. For those of us that use an external eye, I call it external eye, that's using glasses, it's really not good for you to keep your eyes fixated on the system at all times, even though you don't use lens. It's also not a good thing. I think, but Notion helps you keep your day organized. You can just go there, oh, by this time, this is what I want to do, and this is how I want to go about it. And at every time you get a notification if you're done with what you're supposed to do for that day or you're not. And then you could also, last week we learned about how to write articles. You can as well write articles on this page, on this Notion. Write your blog, how you want it, design every single thing, and then push it to your Hashnode or Medium account. So to add, I'm already signed up, that's why it's showing like this. I didn't want to start the same thing on the app and all of that. So to get started on this, you just add a page here. Can you see the plus sign here? Please let me know.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes, I can see it.
okay, so add a new page. You start with, or maybe add a cover if you want to add a cover. I don't want to, okay, I want to add a cover. You can add this cover or change this cover. This is something on the system. You can change the cover to whatever you want, how you want. If you're a minimalist like me who just likes black and white, I'm in love with black and white. I just like my things very plain. It's either white, gray, or black. So you can decide not to. You can decide to just choose what depicts your emotions, how you feel, and all of that. So, and then give it a title. And enter. So for you to enter every other thing, use the slash key on your system. This, it gives you a drop down of whatever you want to add. Let's say you want to add a sub page to this. Now we have a page already. Other project. Let's say at the end of the day, other project might not contain every single thing I want. I want to add another page to it. So you can just do that slash and page. And then it gives us, look at the screen here, you see other projects and another untitled page. Now, if you look at this drop down here, you're seeing that there's an untitled page. That means there's a sub page added to other projects. You can link both together. So you can have duplicate like multiples of pages, because I don't think everything you want to put out there would be contained in one of this page, maybe in your other project page. You have other things you want to write about and all that. Maybe from the beginning, since last week, you want to write about the first week in other project, and then the second week and the third week, you just want it really. If you're somebody who has like OCD issues, like you have problems with a disorganized environment, I think that having sub pages at every of your main page is actually good because it keeps you really organized. You know what page is for what date or what information. So with that, you can as well, after the other projects, let's say I want to add a heading, or I want to add a to-do list. These are things I want to do today. To do. These are just things you'll be doing. And then maybe you want to do something else. You want to get like database of you want it like in calendar view. So this is it. In calendar view, it will show you on so like in August this you want this to happen or this is today by 12. This is what I want to happen at 12. You can just change this to attend meeting. Dates, end dates, include time. If you want reminder, 10 minutes before, all through the day, a day before, 2 days before. So Notion helps you to really keep your day organized. Like it helps you put all of your thoughts into one place. You don't have to be everywhere because I think time management is one thing we have as an issue as humans. Most of us do not know how to manage our days well, do not know how to manage our time well, and do not know how to manage our activities well. But with an app like Notion that helps you stay very organized and also helps you for product managers, especially for those that will be going into product management, I think Notion is your to-go app because even the tasks that will be done on Jira, the things that the designers will be doing, you can bring everything into this place and arrange them as one option so that you don't have to be everywhere at every time. Maybe they are asking you, what does this person need to do? So that's when you want to start opening your Jira board to confirm what the office policy or what the designers are supposed to do, who is supposed to get whatever they're supposed to get to you. But with Notion, you already know what they're doing because it's in sync with your Jira. So you can just go down there and check whatever you want to do. So, sorry. Hello. Did someone say something? Can you hear me?
Nope.
Oh, sorry, I heard the sound. That's why I'm asking. And then, because 10 minutes is actually a very small time for you to get everything, to know everything you want to do with Notion. I'm a realist, and I do not think that people can learn everything with 10 minutes video. This is a documentation that shows you every single thing about Notion. You could, I think the way I function with doing things on platforms, I'm not very conversant with this. I start with the basic and then I progress from the basic to the intermediate and then to the expert level. What are the things you want to do with what you've learned so far? What do you think you want to do with Notion? You can start from there, and that's what I've just shown you how to arrange your day, put your tasks into an organizational chart, and then work with it, be time conscious because that's what makes you a better developer or a better designer or a better product management. The fact that you work with time, you work with you work with expectation of this is what I want at this particular period. So Notion gives you that reminder. This let me copy this link to the chat so that for every single person who wants to go through, please, I didn't get. I'm coming, Jennifer. For every single person who wants to go through the documentation after now, you can actually see this documentation to read through and be sure that, I think we're even behind schedule time and all that. So be sure that you know what you're doing with Notion. So you start from the beginning, Notion basics, which you would have taught. First of all, get the desktop or the mobile version, because you can actually keep what in sync. You can, when you're on your phone, you can know what you're supposed to do in case you're on the road and you're time conscious. So thank you very much. For Chidera, you said I didn't get the parts. Can somebody, Notion should be in sync with, I think you can sync with every single day. Like you can actually sync with your you can, if you're product manager, you can actually sync it with whatever your developers and designers are doing. So you have it all written out, and then you can confirm if those tasks are delivered. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Ihoma. Thank you so much. We are sorry we overshot our time. We are so sorry about that. I hope you guys learned one or two from today's class. We'll continue tomorrow. It will be having an office hour tomorrow. That will be communicated. If not, that would still be communicated. The attendance form, the link to the attendance form is on the chat box. So if you've not signed your attendance, please do that now. And if you have more questions, please use the Discord channel. Use the Discord channel. You know we always answer questions. If your questions are not being answered, it's because you've not asked on the Discord channel. So please use that to your advantage. Thank you everybody for showing up today. Do have a fruitful week. We'll still be seeing much of ourselves as the week progresses. Bye guys.